Washington state legislators propose higher cigar tax.
I don't understand. Why does everybody got to go after the cigar industry with higher tax?
The cigar community is such a finite, small community. It's like, why are you trying so hard to go after such a tiny community that really isn't affecting anyone else besides the people inside of it?
Trump official talks removing Nicaragua from the free trade agreement.
Wow, good thing our cigars are made in the DR, or else we might have been in a little bit of hot water right there.
America's back, baby. USA. USA. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Burndown Podcast. My name is Justin, a.k.a. The Dapper Cigar. This gentleman is Eric, a.k.a. Brother Cigar. We are the Burndown Podcast. If you're new here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, hit the 5-star rating, because you already know you're going to like the episode. And then check us out, burndownpodcast.com. We got merch, we got stogies, we got a membership, we got all sorts of stuff. Just do us a kindness, okay? Today's episode is cigar current events. Oh boy. So we got a couple of articles here. Well, we got more than a couple. We got
Cigar current events.
10 articles here, courtesy of our friends at halfwheel.com.
Yeah.
Shout out to Halfwheel. They always have some great articles. So we're going to go through these. These are all different states and different articles and bills that have been proposed in various states throughout the United States.
And just want to keep the people informed on what's going on around the country. You know, we're chanting USA.
Here's what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Yeah,
That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Where's that from?
That's Al Roker from from the Today Show. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
I like that.
We got cloudy skies coming over Huntington, and if you're going to the city, you might want to wear a raincoat today. I love when they put up those freaking infographics of like what people should wear today.
Don't even get me started, please.
It's like
just stop.
They said, "Oh, it's going to be rainy today." I said, "Here's what you should wear: rain boots, a raincoat, and bring an umbrella." Jeez, really? That's what I would have. I would have worn shorts when it's 45 degrees and monsooning out.
Thanks for letting me know.
Gosh, unbelievable.
So let's start off. We're going to be doing these events or these articles that came out in the beginning of 2025. So it's a little chilly in the studio. Hasn't fully heated up yet. So I got the hood up with the hat on. Justin's not a hood and a hat guy. He's either a hood guy or a hat guy.
Well, I'm also not a bitch. It ain't that cold.
Oh, God. I'll just pretend like you didn't say that. And let's just move on. I'm more mature than you, and I will.
Mom ain't raised no bitch.
Shut up, man.
Shut up, man. I'm cold. Shut up, man.
No, I'm not really that cold. I actually enjoy the hoodie and the hat.
That's
look.
your type of thing. I can't do it. Yeah,
mustard on that beat.
You're definitely not cold. You're wearing like fucking.
No, I'm
shorts.
definitely not cold.
You're wearing like 3 layers.
No, I'm not. I'm not cold. I'm just chilling with the hood up and the BDP hat on, smoking a dilly.
Although it is very chilly outside. It's like
12 degrees. high today. Great.
It's fucking cold out.
Thanks a lot, New York.
It's cold out, man.
So let's start in the beginning of the year in January. So this has been out for a while now. But
you put these in order?
Well, I put mine in order. So yours.
Thanks. Fuck.
Well, we
set me up for failure.
Well, I'm sorry. We
Go
did
ahead.
this episode last week, and we had some technical difficulties. So then we threw all the papers out. Justin was too busy looking up reels while I was organizing mine.
You're good, dude. You're fine. I'll figure it out.
Well, I know you would. That's why I just let it up to you.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
It starts with January 24th, 2025. Federal Appeals Court denies the FDA cigar industry wins premium cigar lawsuit again. So we previously talked about this a few times in the podcast. Shout out to our boy Judge Mehta. And this is regarding the deeming rule and kind of just incorporating the cigars as one lump sum and not being categorized as premium cigars. So let's see here. Bearing the appeal of the Supreme Court, the cigar industry has won the premium cigar lawsuit. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia upheld a decision from Judge Amit Mehta and Cigar Association of America versus United States FDA, Food and Drug Administration. A federal lawsuit was filed in 2016 by 3 cigar trade groups, Cigar Association of America, Cigar Rights of America, and the Premium Cigar Association, the PCA. Today's ruling comes after a 2024 2024 September hearing in which 3-judge appeals panel appeared ready to rule in favor of the cigar industry. In July of 22, Meta found the FDA introduced a deeming rule, regulations in 2016. Specifically, he found that the agency violated the administration's procedural acts requirement for the agency to evaluate comments submitted to as it's part of the rulemaking process. So if you listened to this podcast before when we covered this, or if you just kept yourself informed, the Cigar Rights of America, the PCA, the Cigar Association of America, they came up with all this evidence and files and documents submitting saying this is why cigars are premium cigars, and the FDA essentially just did not take any of it into consideration. And Judge Mehta came back and said, hey, listen, they presented to you all this facts, all this data, and you did not even look into it, and I'm going to rule in favor of the cigar industry. So obviously they appealed after that, and then this is where we are. So the plaintiffs argued that the FDA asked for evidence regarding whether there were differences between how cigars and unflavored handmade cigars defined as premium cigars were consumed, both by how they were smoked and the type of smokers.
So our boy Judge Mehta gave us another W.
Yeah, so, it goes on, and then currently the FDA is using the definition that says if a cigar meets 8 of its standards, it's considered a premium cigar. What those 8 standards are, you say?
What are those 8 standards?
I'll tell you, Justin. One is wrapped in a whole leaf tobacco. Whole tobacco leaf, sorry. It contains 100% leaf tobacco binder, contains at least 50% of the filler by weight of long filler tobacco, i.e. whole tobacco leaves that run through the whole cigar for the people who don't always understand what long filler tobacco is. 4 is handmade or hand-rolled, no machinery, has no filter, no non-tobacco tip or non-tobacco mouthpiece like a Black and Mild. And then 6 does not have any characterizing flavor other than tobacco. 7 contains only tobacco, water, and vegetable gum with no other ingredients or additives. And 8 weighs more than 6 pounds per 1,000 units.
So you can't have like cigarellos.
No cigarellos. So, nice win for the cigar industry. I'm sure it's not over with yet, but shout out to Judge Mehta.
Judge Mehta. So what's the next one that you have on there?
Washington state legislators propose higher cigar tax.
Oh my gosh!
So we win in Washington with this one, but now they want to propose a higher cigar tax in Washington.
I don't understand. Why does everybody got to go after the cigar industry with higher tax?
What did they say over there, buddy?
All right, so this is a group of Washington legislators propose an increase to the state's tax rate on tobacco products, including premium cigars. The bill was introduced on January 20th. It seeks to raise the tax cap on cigars from 65 cents to 72 cents. So Washington state has a tax rate of 95% on the taxable sales price. It maintains a cap on the maximum tax it can charge. So it says the bill raises tax on vapor products from 27 to 30 cents per milliliter of solution. And then moist snuff goes, okay, blah, blah, blah. So basically they're saying that they want to raise the tax cap. So the cap, it's 95% of the taxable sales price capped at 65 cents, but they're going to raise that to 72 cents. So Washington wants to, I mean, it's not a crazy hike, but the moral of the story that you'll get here as we go through these is if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, okay? Yeah. So you don't want any sort of hike because this year it'll be 7 cents, and the next year it'll be 10 cents, and the year after that it'll be 20 cents, and then next thing you know, 10 years down the road, you're paying $4, $5, $6, $10 extra for your cigars. Or they're going to tax them out the ass so much that it's like 400%. It's crazy.
Yeah, back off, all right? Back off, leave us alone. Let us be. The cigar community is such a finite, small community. It's like, why are you trying so hard to go after such a tiny community that really isn't affecting anyone else besides the people inside of it? Yay or nay?
Listen, we talked to Joshua Habersky about this. How cigars, this community that you're talking to, right?
He's the head of relations for the PCA.
Right. So
Premium Cigar
along
Association.
to your point is we're talking about why are you going after such a small community? Let me tell you how small this community is.
Tell
Joshua Habersky, who's the head of government relations, right?
Yeah.
For the PCA, said that premium cigars account when you look at how back where that Judge Mehta case where they were talking about trying to deem cigars, the deeming rules say, oh, it's the same as cigarettes and the same as everything. Well, let's look at how the portion of cigars, how much they account for in regards to all of smoking products. Let's just say all of tobacco products, right? Forget smoking, forget the vaping and what else? Like the CBD products, like those things, like the vape pens. Forget those. Let's just talk about cigarettes, machine-made cigars, non-premium, and then premium cigars, okay? Premium cigars, according to Josh Roberski, this was a couple of years ago, account for less than 0.5% of all tobacco sales in the United States.
Damn.
Less than 0.5%.
Turn up your volume a little bit. Yeah, you heard that correctly.
Okay, so if you have 1,000, let's just call it a $1 billion industry. A billion.
A billion.
1% of $1 billion industry is $10 million bucks. Now you're talking about 0.5%, so $5 million. So you're talking about less than $5 million out of $1 billion industry accounts for cigars. And they're like, oh, we're going to go after this tiny little portion of...
Which makes no sense.
Which doesn't make any sense. Why are you going after it? Just,
And a quick update about Josh Roberski. He used to be the chief of government relations. Now we're connected on LinkedIn. So now his experience, it says CEO, chief executive officer, and the executive director of the Premium Cigar Association.
Oh.
So he's big time now.
Moving on up.
Shout out to Jay Habersky, Mr. CEO of PCA. All right, next people. Next state for the people. If you're in Colorado, here you go. Colorado bill will lower premium cigar tax by 64%, which is
a
nice.
Lower tax.
Yeah, we want to lower. How low can you go? Can you go down low?
What did you say from Austin Powers? He's like, "How does that feel, baby?" Lower.
How does that feel, baby? Yep. That's a good reference. I give you that one.
How does that feel, baby?
Let's see. A new bill in Colorado could lower the tax rates paid by handmade cigars early this month, in January. Tom Sullivan introduced SB 56. So I think SB is state bill. We figured that out. A bill that would establish a rate of 20% of the wholesale price defined in Colorado as a manufacturer's list price on all premium cigars. Currently, Colorado tax rate for cigars is at 56% of the wholesale price. Through July 1st of 2027, it will increase to 62%.
Shit. So currently it sits at 56% of the wholesale price, and at the moment, as it stands, that will change to 62% on July 1st of 2027.
Yeah.
But this guy Tom Sullivan is saying we want to lower it to 20%.
Yeah, Colorado will lower premium tax by
So to give you an idea,
he would lower it by 64%.
Yeah, so it would go from 56 down to 20.
Shit.
So 56 down to 20 is
36.
Yeah, is 20 is 60, 30, whatever that's 36% of 56 is 20.
Yeah.
So to put that in perspective, if you have a cigar that costs about $9.50 MSRP, okay, so that's retail price before your tax.
Yeah.
Okay, which is pretty much what our cigars cost, right? Our cigars are around that price. Currently at the 56% tax rate in Colorado, your cigar would cost $12.16. Okay, now to be clear, this 56% is of the wholesale price. So a company, a retailer would purchase the cigar at, let's say, call it $5. They would mark it up to $9.50, but they would have to pay tax on the $5 that they purchased it.
Yeah.
In this case, it's 56%. So what's 56% of $5? About $2.60, $2.70. So you take $9.50, add $2.60, and you get $12.16, right? $2.66, okay? So as of right now, that would change to 62%. So your $9.50 cigar would go from $12.16 to $12.45. But this guy, Tom Sullivan, wants to decrease it to 20%, which would save you almost $2. Because if that bill doesn't go doesn't pass, then your price is going to go to 62%, which means your $9.50 cigar is going to be $12.45. But if his bill does pass, your $9.50 cigar is going to be $10.45.
Because I'm doing 95 cents.
So he's going to save you $2 a stick.
Nice.
On a $9.50.
We like that.
Okay, which is $40 a box.
Come on, shout out to who's this? Tom Sullivan. Come on, get that in. Get that
kind of puts it in perspective. So when we say like the tax rate, it's on the wholesale price.
Correct.
Okay. Which in some cases could be a lot, right? If you buy a cigar, let's say you buy it for $5. If you got a 50, 60, 70% tax rate, you're talking like $3 on top of the price of the stick.
Yeah, and it's about the principle. Who wants to pay 50% more of anything?
Now think about it. If you're paying $2, $3, $4 extra per stick, that means every box is $40, $50, $60, $70 more for a box of stogies.
And that could be a good old tank of gas, maybe a couple dozen eggs at this point.
Well, I mean, think about it. If you're paying, let's say it's $5.
When was the last time you bought eggs?
Oh, the other day I had to buy the regular ones. I usually buy like organic, cage-free, all that stuff. Couldn't buy. I had to buy regular white eggs. Like,
what'd you pay?
I don't know, dude. I just put it all. I don't know.
You don't know what you paid for the eggs?
No, dude.
That was a boring response. You
No,
could have just said like, "Oh, I paid $10."
I don't know what it was.
Well, if you ask me, I was paying anywhere between $9 and $11 for
it's
eggs.
A lot. But like, think about. So let's say you got. Let's go back to the $5 question. Right? Let's say it's $5 a stick, and they mark it up to 10. Okay. If you're charging,
well, it's a 100% increase now.
Well, no, I'm saying they wholesale's $5, and then they retail it at $10.
Oh, okay.
They got to pay tax on the $5. Let's say the tax is 80%, right? In some cases, okay, they want to go up to 80. Let's say it's 80%. That means you got to pay $4 of tax on that $5 stick. So you mark it up to 10. You add the $4. Now it's $14 a stick. Okay, as opposed to no tax. So $10 a stick for 20 cigars in a box is $200. But now, if you got to pay an extra $4, that's an extra $80, which is almost half the price of a box. So if you buy 2 boxes, you basically have now with this new tax, you basically have to buy a third box, but you're still only getting 2. That's the difference of that you're making. That's
put in perspective, no doubt.
So now that's why like trying to keep this tax down because every extra. It's like, okay, I buy 2 boxes. Now you're going to raise it, so it's going to cost me the price of 3. You raise it again, it's going to cost me the price of 4. Next thing you know, you'll be paying for the price of 5 boxes, but still getting only 2. That's nuts. That's nuts.
That's knucking futs.
It's knucking futs.
No, we don't want that. So
just to try to put it in perspective.
Thank you, Justin.
Put it into perspective.
You can put that in perspective, but you can't give me a perspective of what you pay for eggs. Whatever.
I don't know what I paid for eggs, dude.
You don't look at a price tag when you buy something?
I not when I need it. I need the eggs. Doesn't matter if the eggs are $5, $10, $15, $20. I needed the fucking eggs, so I just bought the eggs. I don't know what they were.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. I'm disappointed in you. Anyways, February 4th, 2025. Shout out to Montana. Another bill introduced that would allow cigar bars in Montana. All right. So last month, a bill was introduced to the Montana legislature that would allow for cigar bars. State Bill 150 is the latest attempt to introduce cigar bars to the state. Though previous attempts have failed, the new bill would allow for licensing of cigar bars. Cigar bars. Businesses that could serve alcohol and sell cigars for smoking on premise. Those rules would be stricter in many other states. Among the requirements of the proposed cigar bar license, you must hold an all beverage license, must hold a gaming or gambling license, must generate at least 10% of revenue, excluding gaming and gambling, from the sale of the cigar. Must have a humidor. Must be the only occupant in a freestanding building. If indoors, must have ventilation system. Annual fee of $200, and may only allow cigars purchased to be smoked on premise.
So they're requiring you to have a gaming or gambling license too. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I was
because like in a casino you can smoke. I guess that's like there's casino rules. So they're like, if you want to have a cigar bar, you basically have to become a casino.
Is gambling legal in Montana?
Yeah, gambling's pretty much legal everywhere now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, can you build a casino anywhere now, or no?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, if you need a gaming license if you want to operate a casino, right? Or if you want to operate like a poker room, you need a gaming license. If you want to operate like, if you want to have a bar, you have those you need a gambling license. So it's like they're saying, okay, you want to be a cigar bar, you want to be a gar bar, you need a gaming license.
All right, fine.
Which if that's the case, if I'm getting the gaming license, then I'm putting I'm gonna put like I'll put fucking slot machines in there.
Yeah.
How much money you make off those stupid slot machines?
Come on now.
You know, put a couple of the Keno poker machines on the.
Oh, Keno. You kidding me
Dude,
with
people
Keno?
sit there. Dude, when I go to the casino, sometimes if I'm just like sitting there, like we're going for lunch or something, you sit at the bar, you grab a couple beers, a plate of wings or something, you just kind of like in between games, or like you're just hanging out. I'll throw a fucking 20 in there. I'll just play some I'll play the Keno thing. It's like you pick 10 numbers, you hit the, and I just play. Just because it's like, I just pass it the time. It's like mindless.
I just want to waste $20 real quick.
No, but honestly, I won't waste it because like, you ever play Keno? Do you know what Keno is?
No.
So
I know what Keno is, but I never played it.
Okay, have you ever seen like, you ever go to a bar and you see the TVs up there and they have all the numbers and they have the balls that are like hitting the numbers? That's basically Keno. So you pick, there's 20 numbers that come out and you got to pick, you can either pick like 2, 3, 4, 5, and the more that you pick,
the higher you win.
The more that you win, but you have to hit more numbers. Like if you pick 2, you only have to hit 2 numbers. If you pick 6 numbers, hitting 2 doesn't pay you anything. You have to hit at least 3.
Yeah.
If you pick 10 numbers, you got to hit at least 5 or 6 of them. So like I'll sit there and I'll just pick like 2 or 3 numbers, and it's like you spin for $1. If you hit those 2 numbers, you win $2. But I'll just play for like 25 cents, 50 cents. I'll pick like 5 numbers and just fucking let them spin.
Oh, you can play for that little?
Yeah, I'll just be sitting there. I'll have my drink or whatever, hanging out, smoking a cigar, and just be playing. And sometimes you hit like, you put like 4 or 5 numbers in, and you hit all 5 of them, and it pays out like 15, 20
How many numbers are there?
20 numbers come up.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And then they'll have a spinner that has like, all right, if it's 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And you'll just you'll spin. I'll pick like 5 numbers, and bing, you throw $1 in there. And if all 5 hit, it pays out like $50. I'm like, great, cool, thank you. And then if I win, I'll be like, that pays for my drink, thank you.
Say good looks.
But you just it's like mindless. And I'll be like, hey, give me a number. Boop, 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 boop. Sometimes I'll close my eyes and just fucking pick numbers. Like it's mindless gaming, but
that is mindless gaming.
But you put it like you pay like 25 cents a spin, and it's like, and I just like I like the boop, 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 like whenever you win.
No, I don't know. I don't know the sound.
That's the sound. You hit boop, it goes bing, 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 bing. And then if you win, it goes bloop.
Can we pull? I'm sure we can pull up the sound, right? How do you spell Keno?
Keno. And it's like whenever it deposits the money, like you hit, it deposits 10 credits. So it goes bloop.
Let me see. We got to be able to find some kind of. Here we go. What's this? How to win Keno jackpot? No, I just want the noises. What's this?
Let me see it.
Is this it?
No, doesn't matter. It's.
Oh, here. This is.
I can probably try to.
Oh,
find
this is it, right?
Yeah, but it's got to be like.
These are like real degenerates, like on their phone.
I'll see if I can find it. Keno.
My emails have just been blowing up today. Unbelievable.
No, it doesn't matter. Because it's like it's like the bar. It's like the machine that are in the bar, and when you put a credit in, and then when it pays out the credits, let's say it pays out 10 credits. It has 10 little. It goes, and you go from like let's say you have 20 credits in there. So your 20 credits, it goes, and it counts up to 30, and then you hit ding, and then it goes through. And then if you win,
we're spending way too much time talking about Keno.
It's just like it's.
I
like saying it because in my brain that's like really accurate to the actual sound it makes.
This is a one-sided conversation, my friend. Let's get more. Let's get more to.
Do you even need me for this conversation?
Yeah, no, you don't. Even
All right,
need
next
me.
one. Okay,
you're basically just talking to yourself.
February 4th. Okay, Trump official talks removing Nicaragua from the free trade agreement.
Wow, good thing our cigars are made in the DR, or else we might have been in a little bit of hot water right there.
So this has to do with the import-export stuff that Trump's trying to do, where he's like, listen, no, we want everything to be made here, and if you want to bring stuff over here, you got to pay tax. Which listen, I'm okay with that, right? But
I looked it up. I also looked it up on a side note, like what other countries pay in tariffs. Every other country charges way more tariffs than we do. You ever see that?
No, and that's what people don't understand. I don't think people understand. It's like, listen.
Let me see here.
Hey,
look, this is the tariff gap between Asia and America, right? So South Korea, country tariffs on U.S. All right, so it's two-sided. It's red is countries' tariffs on U.S., and the blue is U.S. tariffs on country.
So what we charge them to bring into us and what they charge us to bring to them.
Yeah, so you can see here. So the red side, which is country's tariffs on U.S., which they charge us, way bigger. South Korea 13.6%, we charge 1.9%. Taiwan 1.6%, we charge a seventh of a percent. Philippines 3.9 versus our 2.1. India 10.5 compared to our 2.7. Thailand 4.8 compared to our 1.7. And there's a couple other ones in here. But yeah, you get the point. We're not the only ones charging tariffs. India, Vietnam, South Korea, Malaysia,
to import
Taiwan.
American-made products.
Yeah.
So Trump officials talking about removing the Nicaragua from free trade. So what this means is that anything imported from Nicaragua, he's probably going to tax heavily, which is not really that big of a deal because people are probably just going to send their cigars to another country and then import them. But you might have to pay a little bit more. But our cigars are made in DR anyway, so that's not really a big deal.
Yeah, let's see here.
But Nicaragua's also, I think Nicaragua's a dangerous country as it is, right?
Yeah.
Like Dominican Republic is not it's not really a
that's debatable.
so much.
That's debatable.
But anyway, okay.
Yeah, 2023, Nicaragua exported
Nicaragua
exported $2 billion worth of textiles and apparel to the U.S. 35%.
So what about like
35% of its total exports on the U.S. last year? The Biden administration I'm trying to tell the people here, and you're talking all.
No, I'm going to look up, see if we can. I'm actually going to go ChatGPT because I want to look up compared to the other South American countries how much they import. Because you said it was $2 billion.
Yeah, 2023 Nicaragua exported $2 billion with a B worth of textiles and apparel to the U.S. 35% of its total exports to the U.S. last year. The Biden administration opened an investigation into Nicaragua's human rights practices under Section 301. Okay, that's irrelevant.
Let's see, Honduras. Who's another one? Mexico.
Let's see,
Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, Honduras, Mexico. Why am I blanking?
What are they saying here? Let's see.
What am I blanking? What's another one?
What?
Mexico, Nicaragua, Dominican, Honduran,
Brazil,
Ecuador,
Brazil. You got Honduras.
Yeah.
Guatemala.
Yeah, that's not really Peru.
Guatemala doesn't count.
Well, I'm thinking about like cigars.
Oh. I just saw fucking ash on my coffee. What do we got?
In 2024, the United States imported the following amounts of tobacco and tobacco substitutes from the specific countries. Dominican Republic was $1 billion. This one says Nicaragua was $350 million. Brazil was $150 million. Honduras was $130 million. And then it says for Mexico, Ecuador, and Peru, they can't find the data. But so it says Dominican Republic was the most.
2024 or 23?
That was 2024. But
okay.
If you read that article, they talk about because Nicaragua, like I had said, is a dangerous country.
And that's
so I've heard, and they're saying that there's some human rights that they're like, nah, we're not.
Well, that's what I just mentioned. I
know that's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a stat from 23 that they exported $2 billion.
Which is probably that's not just tobacco.
I'm sorry.
But they were saying like you had mentioned that they were talking about the human rights.
Yeah. So late last year, the Biden administration opened an investigation into Nicaragua's human rights practice under Section 301 of the Trade Act of 1974. Around 160 comments were made, which one of which were from Milliken and Company, one of the largest. One of the largest textile motherfucking companies in the world.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shh. You sound stupid. Shut the fuck up now.
You ever see a Hot Tub Time Machine?
Of course.
Dude, that's like one of my favorite movies. It's so underrated, dude.
It is underrated.
So underrated.
It's a classic.
And there's the scene when the
I feel like I recently watched that.
Dude, there's the kid, right? The young blood, and then they call him the violator, like the guy that's always getting in trouble. The bald guy that's always like a
you don't want the glasses, and then the guy from
after that guy. The two of them, they're gonna have sex with
his mom.
No. It's when he gets his shit beat out of him, and he's like, oh, she goes, what happened? He goes, oh, I was rescuing a baby deer. I got hit by a truck, and then she brings them to. She's like, I want to do two at a time. So he's trying to like rope this kid into having a freaking three-way.
Yeah, that's his wife and then his mom.
No, it's not his mom. It's some girl. It's not. He winds up having sex with the kid's mom later on in the movie. But there's a scene when he's trying to rope him into a three-way, and the kid's like, he goes, every young guy's fantasy is have a three-way. He's like, not with another dude. He goes, still a fucking three-way. But he's yelling. The kid's like, we can't do this. We can't do this. This didn't happen the first time. The butterfly effect. And he's sitting there. He's like, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. He's like, let me tell you something about the fucking butterfly. He goes, we're going to have sex with this girl. You, me, together. Let's go. But he's like, shut the fuck up. Because he's like, no, the butterflies are going to like make Hitler president or something. We can't do this.
Anyways, Justin, as he...
It's still fucking anyway.
He digresses.
Come on, you got to throw those funny ones in there. That's such a great movie.
It is a very... and then,
you're not going to believe this. I got hit by a car.
Number 2 was kind of shot.
Number 2 is not as good as number 1.
So of course, it never is.
Number 1 is fucking great. Number 1 is so...
What else we got here? February 6th, 2025, Mississippi Smoke-Free Air Act dies in committee. So when I first read this, I thought this was a negative article, but it is a positive article. So the bill in Mississippi, MISSISSIPPI, House of Representatives seeking to implement a statewide smoking ban on enclosed public spaces, places of employment, certain outdoor spaces, has died after being deferred in committee and not receiving a single vote.
When you said Mississippi, when you spelled it out, did you instantly think of like when you were in elementary school and learned MISSISSIPP? Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, most definitely. That's the
only way to spell it.
That's the only way. That's the only reason why I said it like that.
Yeah.
And during test, you're like,
Mississippi.
So House Bill 361, which is introduced in January by Representative Brian Clark, known as the Mississippi Smoke-Free Act 25, sought to eliminate smoking in public places throughout the state, including bars, retail stores, gaming facilities, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Additionally, the bill would have banned smoking within 20 feet of entrances, windows, ventilation systems, and outdoor seating. So basically said, not up in here. Good looks, Mississippi, House of Representatives. Thanks for doing us a favor.
Yeah.
So this is the next one for you.
This is actually a 2-part question.
A 2? No, 2 articles came out on the same day, so I was just making sure.
Which one are you on now?
Ohio governor.
O-H-I-O. Congratulations to the Ohio State.
And shout out to Tip Top Smoke Shop in Ohio, who carries the blueprint and the diligent.
Yeah, Billy Dillies.
Billy Dillies.
We have to get shirts say Billy Dillies.
Yeah, Billy Dillies.
Okay, Ohio governor proposes more than doubling the cigar tax in the new budget. Okay, I'm going to say this again. More than doubling the cigar tax in Ohio. This is the proposal. So Ohio Governor Mike DeWine... DeMar. Kind of stupid name. DeMar, I say it. The less I like it. Did you ever see that?
God, you just don't ever stop with references.
Dude, that's DeMar.
DeMar. What is that from?
That's Drake and Will Ferrell. Coming out with nicknames.
Yes.
DeMar. Kind of stupid.
Hold on.
God bless you.
Woo! Wow, that felt good.
What's your name? Clint Eastwood. What kind of stupid name is that?
Justin, just read the goddamn article.
Mike DeWine calls for a significant increase in the state's cigarette and tobacco taxes, including more than doubling of the state's cigar rate. Okay, so they want to propose an increase in the tax on other tobacco products from 17% of the wholesale price, which is a rate that has been in effect since February of 1993. Okay, so more than 30 years.
Damn.
He wants to increase it to 42%. That's not doubling. That's tripling.
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh, well, no, that's not tripling. That's
more than doubling.
That's more. So it's 34 plus. So that's like 2.5 times. That's 2.5 times. It's a 250% increase.
Ew, Ohio, what's up with that?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 150% increase. It's 2.5 times.
What's it going from? They want to go from
17 to 42. So if you add 17, 100% increase, we go to 34, and then if you add another 8. Which is basically half of 17, that's 42. So it's a 150% increase. So Ohio does not have a cap on how much tax can be charged, as once it reaches a price of $3.76, the cap is 64 cents. So they do have a cap on it, but still, it's percentage wise. So they want to.
So how does this cap stuff work? So if you have a wholesale cigar, say if it reaches $3.90. The most. So how does this work?
So here's what they're saying is the right now it says the cap on the tax, right?
Yeah.
Once the wholesale price of a cigar reaches $3.76, the current cap of 64 cents goes into effect. Okay, so 64 divided by 376 is 17%. Okay, so that's what they're saying right now. The tax is 17%. So once the cigar, the wholesale price, let's say the wholesale price is $2. $2 times 17 is 34 cents. If it goes to $3, then your tax is 51 cents. But once it gets to $3.76,
it stops.
It stops. It's 64 cents. So now if you go to $4, it's still 64 cents. If you go to $10, it's still 64 cents. So they're saying that it's a 17% tax up until it reaches $3.76 wholesale, and then you're capped. You can't tax anymore. However, with this new proposal, he wants to raise it to 42%, which means that your 64 cents, that is the cap, now becomes $1.58, which in the real world price means a cigar of $9.50 would see its price go from $10.78 to $12.66. So now what they're saying is that $3.76 times 42% is $1.58. So now that $3.76, where it's like once you get to that price, you can't tax anymore. Okay, now that cap is $1.58. So they're saying, okay, it used to be the most you could tax is 64 cents, because if you got anything past $3.76 wholesale, it wouldn't go any higher than 64 cents. But now, because they're going to raise it to 42%, that highest you can tax is $1.58.
Damn.
So $1.58 divided by the 64 cents is 2.5 times. So you're basically like, they're saying, oh, well, the cap is still there. Okay, but now my cap went from...
Did you set your camera?
Yeah, I'm okay. Now my cap went from 64 cents to $1.58. Like, that's nuts. That's
knucking futz.
I mean, granted, okay, people are saying, oh, it's only $1. Yeah, but think about how many cigars you smoke a year.
But you're looking at it the wrong. You're looking at it the wrong side of it.
Yeah.
It's about the margin and about the percentage. Same thing is if gas or your eggs or beer or whatever the stuff that you buy. If anything doubles, triples in percentage, doesn't matter if it costs $1 or $2. If I pay $1 for a coffee every single day, right now all of a sudden they charge $2 for a coffee. I just incurred
that's what I'm saying.
100% increase.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, think about how many cigars. It's only $1 a stick. How many cigars do you smoke in a year? If you smoke, let's say you smoke, I don't know, how many? We smoke at least one or two a week, right?
Yeah.
Smoke 2 a week. Times 52 weeks is 104.
Yeah.
That means you're spending an extra $104 every year, which that's if you're only smoking. To some people smoke like multiple.
We have friends that, older friends that smoke 5, 6, 7, 8 cigars a day.
But thinking about it, it's like, okay, it's not. They go, all right, well, it's only $100 a year. I said, okay, but that could be, depending on the price of your cigars are, that could be like an extra box of sticks or an extra. Which, think about it, if it's $100 and you're buying cigars that are $5 a stick, that's an extra box, and you smoke 2 a week, that means you have an extra 10 weeks of cigars, which is two and a half months. So this dollar, like when you break it down like that, this dollar increase per stick, you gotta
break it down like that,
means that if you smoke 2 sticks a week, that's an extra 10 weeks that they're taking away from you. You would have an extra 10 weeks of cigars.
Don't you dare take my 10 weeks away from me.
2.5 months worth of cigars.
Yeah.
That's like, think about it like that.
Yeah.
Now, if you smoke more, if you smoke every other day, 365 divided by 2 is 182 cigars. It's $182 now. That's like 2-3 boxes. You think when you break it down like that, it puts things into perspective for the watchers and the listeners.
Yeah.
That they're like, oh yeah, it's only $1. Okay. Well, that $1 could be 3 months worth of cigars for you.
100%. That's why we do this. That's why we got Justin, aka the engineer, to break it down, because I wouldn't be able to break it down like that. I just like to read the articles. Where we at? Where we at right now?
Roof hee ho, roof hee ho, roof hee ho.
WYA.
Dude, I got fucking references for days, dude.
We know.
That was great. That was perfect.
Yeah, you like that, right?
That was perfect.
I know you like that.
Bet you keep those touchdown passes on the first play.
Where we at, son? Where we at time wise?
40 minutes.
All right, let's finish this up here.
That was perfect.
I know you like that.
Fucking
That
perfect.
wasn't even planned. That was
perfect.
just natural.
We
baby.
know.
We know. This is your state of in-laws. Texas legislator once again introduces bill to ban flavored tobacco products.
Well, we actually hold on. So there's 3 of them.
What happened?
That are.
Oh yeah, 3 flavored.
So there's 3 flavored ones.
Oregon, New York, and Texas.
They're all trying to ban flavored tobacco products. So we can just do all 3 of them at the same time.
Yeah, Texas, Oregon, and New York. Shocker about New York.
You ever play Oregon Trail?
Yeah, classic game.
It's
I played when I was young.
area.
I don't remember I don't remember how I played it, but I definitely remember playing it.
I always hated the ones where it's like you broke a wagon wheel, you're stranded, you die of frostbite.
Oh, no wonder why my fucking coffee tastes fucking funky. I keep hitting it with my cigar. I'm like, ugh. I keep fucking putting ash in my goddamn cup. Bro, this is nasty.
That could be a rookie move. Where is it?
Where's what? We don't got the board anymore. We didn't even upheld our bet, which I'm upset about.
I know. Well, maybe we did. We just never aired it.
Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, we didn't. So Texas, Oregon, and fucking New York trying to ban
flavor. Get out of here.
Yeah, come on. Again, we give you an inch. You want to take a mile. What the hell? How'd that happen?
Dude, this guy.
Don't even give me any slack.
I literally can't even.
I literally can't even. February 9th, 2025, Illinois legislator introduces bill to raise cigar tax. Another state. Illinois. So they want to raise it from the current rate of 36% of the wholesale price to 45%. Again, we're not going to give you the breakdown because we've been doing that the whole episode, but you can figure it out. 36%, 45%. That is a 9% increase. We don't want that. MSRP of $9.50 from $12.92 to $13.78 estimated.
All right, February. This one is going back to February 6th because we included all the.
Which one?
This is South Dakota.
Was that a flavor ban too?
No, but we skipped over it because
I missed that one. I don't have that one.
South Dakota legislators want to raise tobacco taxes. So this is a state bill that would raise tax on cigars and tobacco products from 35 to 45% of the wholesale price. So they want to go up 10%, which means a cigar that is MSRP of $9.50 would go from $12.83 to $13.78.
Ooh.
So you're raising almost $1. At $9 MSRP.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Which is more. But we're going to end it on a good one.
Yeah, we're going to end it here.
Kentucky.
Good old Kentucky. Kentucky straight bourbon. No, Kentucky bill to allow cigar bars clears its first hurdle, and it's an update. So a bill in the Kentucky legislature that would allow the creation of cigar bars in the state cleared its first hurdle as the House Committee of Local Government approved the bill. House Bill 211, which is sponsored by Representative Chris Lewis, creates definition that a business would have to meet in order to qualify as a cigar bar. Specifically, it must be a place with a liquor license.
Cigar bars.
Liquor license. Does she have a liquor license? Is she a lesbian? You know what that is?
I do. I feel like I do.
He goes, you got a female officer. You got a female trainee. Is she a liquor license? A what? A liquor license. Is she a lesbian? Training day. Training day.
I was just thinking of the dodgeball. He's like, I told you she was a lesbian.
Yeah. I told you. Good call.
I'm
not a lesbian. I'm bisexual.
I don't know, but that dyke can play.
But yeah, we'll leave it off there. Kentucky wants to get cigar bars. It's cleared its first hurdle. Good job. Thank you for listening to our banter.
What do you think? We get another one?
Yeah, that shot is trash, bro.
The shot is trash. Ready? I'm gonna ready. Eye for an eye.
Yeah, eye for an eye. Come on, don't even look.
I'm gonna see. I gotta line up. I gotta line it up.
Come on, do it.
Ready?
If people watching or listening, actually, we're trying to see if Justin
line
can
it.
shoot
Calibrate. Ready? And missed it.
Wrong-o.
Missed it.
You missed
Actually,
the garbage.
it did go in, but
that shot was trash. Even more.
I want to do it again.
Well, you're not. Not at least not on camera. You're not. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
I hit the pole,
bro. Just thank everyone for watching, listening, and listening to your banter. Okay.
Listen, we love you guys. We thank you guys. If you like this episode, okay, if you like listening to me just ramble on, Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell on YouTube, okay? Hit the 5-star rating, 5 thumbs up. Wherever you're watching or listening, please share it with a friend, okay? We really appreciate you guys. Check out our website, burndownpodcast.com. We got all this stuff there. Get our gars, the Billies and the Dillies.
Billy Dillies.
And we love you guys. So with that being said,
we appreciate you all. We love you all, guys and gals. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one. Until next time. Cheers. Chin chin. Salud.